This person writes that 20K is not a lot of money. It's a tremendous amount of money. Now, I like people that like really challenge me. I like people that really like say, you know what? No, I don't agree with what you're saying. And then bring a valid point up. So, yes, if you're saving from $0 to $20,000, I would say yes, 100%. That is a tremendous amount of money. If you give someone $20,000, you're gonna watch them spend it faster than they got it. Was kind of the whole point of the video. But the title said that $20,000, what would you do for $20,000? It's not, the question should be, could you save $20,000? Just for you to understand how to save $20,000, especially in a year, is you need to know where you're going. Don't say, all right, cool, I got $20 here, $30 here, $1 here, and start subtracting down from 20,000 because it always seemed like a mountain of money. It'll sound like forever. But if you break it down to the equation of $200 $100 bills, then you understand that $200 $100 bills is $20,000. So I'm not just saying only count the hundreds. No. I'm saying count it by the time you hit the 100. So if right now I have 100 and I put that away, I have 199 more to go, or 199 left. However you would like to put it to make it sound not as much. Then you put 2 away, 3 away, 5 away, things of that nature, and you can see it dwindle down even further and further and further, to where next thing you know you had $20,000 in the bank that you had never had before, because now you understand the concept of money. Now the person that explained that comment understands money and understands that yes, $20,000 can be a lot of money, especially to someone who's saved up to $20,000. For a person who's received $20,000 from somebody and they've never saved up $20,000 ever in their life, most likely they're going to be like lottery winners. They're going to go out there and spend and overspend because in their mind, I have $20,000. Well, just like Kanye said, he said, the difference between a billionaire and a multi-billionaire is I can go eat at McDonald's and no longer be a billionaire. But a multi-billionaire, I'd still be a billionaire. That rings true. Ultimately, is what he's saying is if you had $100 and you only had 100, right? You're a 100 there, right? If you spend anything at all, even if it was a piece of gum, you no longer have $100. You have $99.75 or whatever, And that's what he's saying. So people who spend money spend it like their bank balance. So I have $20,000. So when I swipe and get a $100 item, I got $20,000. Don't even worry about it. But you know what I'm saying? I'll buy lunch. Don't worry about it. I got $20,000. And next thing you know, they look at their bank account and now they have $10,000 and they feel like they almost got robbed. They're like, where did all my money go? And it's because people don't understand the concept of money. You could fill the entire house with $100 bills stacked from the ceiling, from the floor to the ceiling. And if you just kept spending without replacing, then you will run out of money sooner than later. You might think, I get this whole house filled with money. I could literally, you've already spent all the money in your head. What are you going to buy with this money? That's why they always ask you when you win the lottery, what are you going to spend this money on? And you already know their mind is going 100 miles an hour because they've never had millions of dollars. Now they have $100 million and now they've just spit everything in their head. Well, they don't know what to do. It's like, think about it right now. What would you do if you won the lottery? And well, if I'm just asking you as a conceptual question, most likely you'll give me half of an intelligent answer on how you'd be able to keep this money. But if I were to ask you how to make $1 million, how do I make $1 million? Your answer has got to be more has to be more thought out, because it's not just as easy as making $1 million, right? You could sell a book for X amount of dollars, X amount of times, and that'll give you your first million right there. But what will the book be about? How to be a millionaire, right? Convince 1 million people to give you $1. Now you're a millionaire, right? Like you could understand that it's easy and hard to somebody. It's almost impossible to somebody who's never made any money to get to $1 million. For anyone who's actually made money and knows how to build money and flip money and get money together and be able, like, like the Bernie Madoffs and all these people, these are all people who found out. Even the Fire Festival guy, I don't remember that guy's name, I think it's Seth or something like that. Anyway, even the Fire Festival guy knows how to go out and get money. So it's not hard to realize that if they've had millions one time, they could definitely get millions and millions more over and over and over again, because the first time is probably the hardest time. Just like if you've never had a girlfriend and now all of a sudden you're 21 years old and you're trying to figure out how to get your first girlfriend because you're 21 years old, you're finally looking, maybe you were going to school, maybe you were going just worried about your job, whatever you were worried about. Now it's time to go out and try and build a relationship with somebody, and you're at square one. Whereas other people who's been practicing, they're not as far along as you are, but you might be paying one of these people to teach you how to get girls. And that was an actual course. Like there was a whole community called the Pickup Artist Community because of guys who only focused on one thing and they never focused on how to get a girl whatsoever. Now, the pickup artists ain't going to tell you how to keep a girl, but they'll definitely teach you how to get a girl. There's many pickup artists at this exact moment that are really good at one thing, which is picking up the girl, right? And that's why they teach that. So understand that this is exactly what you gotta go through. Is understand the basis of money. How do I get more money? How can I build something enough to where I don't have to sit here and work like to the bone on something, right? So me, I picked YouTube, right? And I know for facts that if I just keep going, there's enough proven cases out there that if I just keep going, I will one day, could be Sunday, could be Monday, could be this year, could be next year, one of these years, I will make it and make a living from YouTube. Isn't that crazy? There's enough cases out there, and if you just ask them, what'd you do? Well, I just never gave up. I just kept doing videos, and I wanted to improve each video, and just kept doing it, just kept going. And you scroll all the way to the bottom, and you can see where they came from. You can just see just the years flying by. So you finally looked at these people and you said, oh, wow. And to you, it's overnight. To them, it's been many nights, many days, many stresses, many every emotion. Just like Nipsey Hussle said. Nipsey Hussle said, yo, I went through every emotion you could possibly go through with trying to make it here in the rap industry. And what's funny about that statement is he did go through all of that just to get cut short. So yes, you could particularly make it for sure, and it could also get cut short. Now that's a whole different culture. I'm not saying that that's here in YouTube, but that could be cut short in many different ways, not just a physically your life just ended. I'm just saying you could definitely do this in many different ways. So understand that when you're talking about saving $20,000, yes, if you are from zero, and especially if you've never saved that amount of money in your entire life, that can be a tremendous amount of money. It could be a life-changing amount of money, because now you're not so quick to just go spend it, because it took you a while to go out and save this amount of money. So especially if let's say it took you a year to save $20,000. Wow, it took you one solid year, and you have $20,000 in the bank. And then if you just keep saving throughout the whole, let's say a decade from now, that's 20, 40, 60, 80, right? Okay, you just made $100,000. In a decade, you have $200,000. $200,000 saved. Now, this is in perfect circumstances. This is not like, like obviously life's going to happen. You might have to spend money here. You might have to spend it over here, or you might have something happen to where you have to invest it over this way. Now, I'm not saying that won't happen. I'm just saying in a perfect world, you could save $20,000 a year. After a decade, you will have $200,000. Now, if you have it into something such as a real investment, such as, anything that progresses year after year by giving you interest, because your bank's not going to do that. They're going to just say, all right, cool, you've had this amount of money in here now. Cool, great. You're not going to, you don't have to worry about it. Great, boom. And the monthly service fee of having a bank account won't be there. But if you just continue to save and put it into something that's going to give you a yearly or a monthly or whatever, what do they call it? APYs or APIs or something like that? I think it's API, where basically it's a annual percentage interest. I think that's what it means. It ultimately is basically you keep the money in there and they keep giving you interest for doing it. Just like if you put into the S&P 500 or other stocks, some of them pay dividends, and those dividends you can reinvest, and that builds the money. It's a compounding effect of how you can make more money rather than just having it sit in a checking account and saying, great, I have $20,000 today, tomorrow, the next day, whatever day, I still have the $20,000. So yes, it can be a tremendous amount of money if you could save that amount of money. Now, as a person, could you type down below? Type it in the comment section. Do you think you could save $20,000 in 1 year? And if you can, what's stopping you? What's stopping you? And if you can't, I think you should read this comment one more time. Understand that. So yeah, I love conversation, guys. I love conversation. If you guys have any questions or whatever you guys want to talk about, type it in the comment section. I'll respond to a video. You already know how it is. You guys are freaking amazing, and we are growing so fast. If you guys just even the smallest amount of value from this video, make sure you hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace!